everyone, my name is Kumar Sarkar and today we'll be looking at threads in operating system. In this video, we will also be going to detail what is an exact thread, then types of thread, multi-threading models, and what are the real-life uses and future scope. So let's start it with what is a thread. A thread is a flow of execution through the process code or is a single sequence stream within a process with its own program counter that keep a track of which instruction to execute next. System register which is hold its current working variable and the stack which contain the execution history. And the thread have some properties as of the process. So they are called lightweight process. Thread are executed one after another but they gives the illusion if they were executed in parallel. Then question is arise what is a process? The process means something that is under currently in execution. So an active program can be called a process. For example, when you want to search something on the web, then if you start a browser, then is denoted by a process state. It can be ready, waiting, running, etc. And a process is a not lightweight, whereas a thread are a lightweight. And a process can more time to terminate, and the thread takes more time for creation, whereas thread take less time for creation. So coming on point, single thread and multi-thread process. The single thread process contains the execution of instructions in a single sequence. In other words, one command in process at a time means that we open a single connection and means the measure speed from that. And the opposite of a single thread process are multi-thread process. This process allows the execution of multiple part of a program at the same time means that we are using multiple connections usually anywhere from 3 to 8 at the same time and measure the total speed across them all. Then coming on point types of thread. There are basically two types of thread which are user level thread and kernel level thread. So first we look at user level thread. User level threads evaluated by the user and the kernel knows nothing about the user level thread and they manage them as if they are single thread process where user level thread are smaller but much faster than kernel level thread and they are represented by a smaller program counter, stack, register and a process control block. And they are also creating, switching and synchronization in user by without kernel involvement. Then what are the advantages and disadvantages of user level thread? So first we look at advantages. In user level thread, it's just faster and easier than the kernel level thread. They can also be easily managed and theoretically greater performance as the operating system does not need to perform expensive content switches whereas every time a thread are changes and more configurable as you are not tied to the kernel to decide a scheduling algorithm and nor do you require kernel support for multiple threads. Now let's see the disadvantages of user level thread. The user level thread is a multi-threaded program and they cannot take use of multiprocessing. And there is a lack of coordination between thread and operating system kernel. And there is also the entire process is blocked. If the single thread will be blocked, then whole process will be blocked. Then now we will understanding the kernel level thread. In this method, operating system kernel provides a system call to create and manage the threads and the context information for the process as well as the process thread it also be managed by the kernel. Because of the kernel level thread are slower than user level thread. Then let's see the advantages of user kernel level thread. Multi-threaded of the same process can be scheduled on a different process because the kernel has full knowledge about the thread schedule may decide to give more time to a process having a large number of threads that process having small number of threads. And the kernel routine can also be multi-threaded as well as if a kernel level thread is blocked then another thread is coming in process as the same schedule because the kernel thread are especially good for the application that frequently block. What are the disadvantages? Overhead in the kernel. Since kernel must manage and schedule threads as well as the process, it required a full thread control block for each thread to maintain the information about a whole threads. And another disadvantage is the kernel level threads are slower and insufficient from instant thread, and operation are 100 times slower than the user level thread. So now coming on point, multi-threading models. Multi-threading models in operating system exhibit the way of mapping the user thread to the kernel level thread. Here we will learn about three multi-thread models, which are many-to-one model, one-to-one model, and many-to-many model. So first we'll look at many-to-one model. Many-to-one models, which are implementing the green thread library of Solarin system, which is our single user thread can access the kernel at a time. So the multi-threaded can't run in parallel. In this scenario, if a thread makes a system blocking call, the entire process can get blocked as one thread has access to the kernel at a time. And this type of model is implemented by the operating system that do not create a kernel thread. Then second one is one-to-one model. One-to-one model, this map has one user thread to one kernel thread. So for each user thread, there is a corresponding the kernel thread present in the kernel. In this model, thread management is do not the kernel level and the user thread are fully supported by the kernel. Here, if one thread make the blocking system call, the another thread still run. So when we compare with many to one model or one to one model provide more, and implementing a kernel thread corresponding to each other, which will increase the overhead of a kernel and resulting slow the thread management. So the operating system implement this model restrict the number of threads that can be supported by the system. And its operating system, Linux and Windows family implemented one-to-one multi-threading model. The last one is many-to-many model. Many-to-many multi-threading models in operating system which may many user threads to a lesser or equal number of kernel. This model do not suffer from any of the backward of a many-to-one model and one-to-one model. Many-to-many multi-threading models does not restrict the number of user. They create and develop can create any other threads are required. Either the process block if a thread making a blocking system call, as the kernel can schedule another thread for execution. So now let us looking what are the real life uses of multi-threading. Generally, multi-threaded are used for gathering information from different web services is running in parallel. Then railway ticket reservation system where multiple customer access at the same time in the server. Then multiple account holder access their account simultaneously on the server. When you insert a ADM card, it start a thread for perform your operation. And the game are very good example of threading. You can use multiple objects in the game like car, motorbike, animals, people, etc. All these objects are nothing but the just threads that running your game application. So this is a one screenshot of multi-threading, how they work simultaneously. In this picture, we are typing MS Word document while listening to music. So now looking what are the future scope of multi-threading. In today's technical world, software developed is do not use to be done is in a historical software. And nowadays many core machine are common and we can reduce the computational cost by using multiple threads. As well as modern application feeds information from the different variety of a source. And these two factors are simply telling us that information will be available in a asynchronous fashion. So in the near future, what will be matter is not multi-threading, but a way to deal with asynchrony. And asynchrony can be only detailed with multi-threading. So this concludes the focus of discussing as today. To end, I would like to highlight which point we has clear today. First, we have a scene. What are the thread, their process, then single thread process and multi-thread process. Then we have a scene, types of thread, then their advantages and disadvantages. Then we have in multi-thread models, and what are the real life uses, then what are the future scope of multi-threading, and these are the reference link. And so I hope you got brief knowledge about the thread. So hope you like the video and thank you for the watching.